On our way to the racetrack as we start here. This is back on May 17th, 2008, and we are on our way to, let me see, was it Canandaigua Speedway at the time? Was it Canandaigua Motorsports Park? I think it was just, I don't know. But as you can see on the way out, things were not exactly looking too good, but fortunately, things got a little better. Steve Gray, of course, had a parts thing right there at the track, I think. Or no, this is right from his car, or right from inside his hauler right here. So getting ready to go. This is the regular show. Hey, Derek Podsiadlo, how are you doing? Everybody looks so young, don't they? This guy worked on Justin Hare's crew for a long time. He was busy here. I think he was changing the valving maybe on a shock because I see that he's got that right there. So that's why I'm thinking that might have been what he was doing. So Charlie Donk and his family, back when Charlie was still running modifieds before he went to sprints. Hope you're doing well, Charlie. Hope you got back to 100%. Tim Courier, of course, him and his dad, longtime fixtures at Canandaigua for a long time. There's me interviewing Paul Guerreri. So you guys know where we are. We're all in the back. Let me see. It would be the northeast corner of the pits. That's where the Guerreris pit now, too. So always nice to talk to Paul. Have ourselves some fun. Eric Jaguar and his crew here in the 67G. I still remember that crash he had at Weedsport. Shortened the thing by like 2 feet. That was brutal. Brutal. Don't remember this guy's first name. Obviously, his last name is Cool. So he's a cool guy, obviously, by definition. Looking inside, Paul Habeck has a micro sprint inside his trailer. I don't think they ever ran those at Canandaigua, but I'm not 100% sure. This is Paul Guerreri here. Chopped a little headroom off him there. So this is Matt Guerreri. We'll go ahead and tilt back down now. Look how young Matt looks, right? Getting dirty in the pit area, working on race cars. I think it was A.J. Lewis, I believe, was this driver. Of course, Todd Burley was still still racing back in 2008. He's making I believe like valve covers and things like that. A lot of fabrication, I know that. So here's a look. It was one of those nights where we didn't know, because you know how it is in Canandaigua. That stuff kind of comes off the lake and never know what is going to happen out there. So Steve Gray, the Iceman, he's got it right there on his suit. Lauren Lincoln, good look at the pit area here. This would be looking south, basically. Turn 3 would be over on the right, where they would exit the racetrack. Hey, Brian, how we doing? And again, you can see this was not a given that we were going to get this in on this particular way, on this particular day anyway. It was not a given that we were going to do this. So there you see everybody in turn 4. Early, of course, that's why the stands look the way that they did. This is just, running in the track. Gary Tompkins, good-looking Honey Oy Auto Parts car. And there's Gary talking with Kevin Miller. And Kevin is another guy that we just lost. I understand we just lost his mom here recently, too. So, Bob Miller, we're thinking about you. I thought you might like this photo of Kevin. And I miss you, man. I mean, Kevin and Bob and his mom, longtime fixtures at Canandaigua. So we miss you guys very, very much. Bubba, Frank Burnell, having fun. Still racing, still winning, by the way, too. So Vinny Vitale and the crew. Vinny's, I think he got in the car once last year, or was that the year before? But he's busy doing other things, doing a lot of fabricating, doing front clips and things like that. So he's staying very, very busy, which is good, Ready to get in. Basic stock car here. I don't remember this young lady's name. Michelle Barzee, I believe, is what it is from looking at her suit. So didn't have a long history, but I think she was a Genesee or out that way kind of runner. Here's the Holman family. Chad in the middle. Mary Lou, Mr. Holman on the left. And here's our favorite 50-50 girls. We'll tilt up a little bit so you can see. Cheryl on the top, of course. Courtney in the middle. And then Rachel on the bottom. And, of course, 2 of them are still left at the track, Rachel and Cheryl. And Courtney, we hope you're doing well wherever you might be these days. Derek Podsiadlo talking with Todd Burley as they get ready for some fun. Here's the drivers' meeting, and as you can tell, let's hope all that stuff stays to the south and we can get some racing in. That is Jeff Farney, by the way, running the pit meeting. Slickest race director I know. He is slick. He's smooth. You know that. And Dave Farney, his brother, flagging on that night. Jeff Brownell having a laugh over here. Justin Hares. A lot of folks that you know in this area. And here is T-Bone relaxing in the pit area before we get ready to go. Looks like things are starting to get a little busier now. They should be heading out to the racetrack again soon for those qualifying heats. Eldon Payne Jr., of course, his son has been doing very well of late. His daughter also in the sportsman. But I understand Eldon might be making a comeback this year. So, but of course, obviously with his kids, they're the number one priority. So I'm sure a lot of times he's had to shelve his night at the racetrack to make sure that his kids get out there, which is, you know, what a good dad does. So street stocks. Were there big street stocks back then? I think so. But look at that racetrack, huh? How nice does that look? Early in the night speedway conditions here. Looking off the back deck here from over by where the sponsorship tower is. And you can tell, I mean, I do remember on this night I'm thinking, man, we're fortunate that we got this in here today. So somehow we did. Here's a look in the tower. There's Jeff Farney over on the left. That way, because you got that pole, you got that little post right there, so it's kind of tough to see everything. And there's the look at the start-finish line as they come by. And it's time for some modified action at Canandaigua. You can tell it's early because you can tell the bottom groove's worked in, but they haven't worked it out yet. So they'll have probably a little bit of work to do on this one. And there's the lineup for our feature race here later that night. Again, remember to turn on the notifications, subscribe, please, leave a comment, hit the likes. If there's something else we haven't done that you'd like to see, well, gee, please let us know. We'd be more than happy to get that done for you. So I hope you guys are doing well. It won't be long. I know Can-Am's scheduled for not this weekend, but next weekend. So hopefully we'll be out racing very, very soon here in New York State. Keep working hard in the shop, guys and gals, and we'll see you at the track real soon.